That's right, it's time. Are you ready to rock? Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about, that's right, Battle of the Bands Round 7. It is time, and this time we are doing Oh Canada, and this is all featuring Canadian artists, so we have quite the mix here. As always, this is hosted in Jake the Bookish Drummer's Discord, and I will have a link to that in the description. I'm very late getting this video out, but there is still time to join. You can join here in the next couple of days before the month ends, and potentially maybe even slightly after that, depending. I'll have to see, but definitely plenty of time to still get in there and go in. And I'm going to talk through the prompts. Here I am, of course, Team Rock, if you didn't see, and I'm excited for this one as well. And then I'm going to be approaching this a little bit differently, where I have made a large list, and instead of specifically trying to set a bunch of books to a bunch of different prompts, I'm going to plan to let myself sort of mood read. I'm going to try and figure out, of course, what these go with ahead of time, at least a little bit, but I'm also just going to kind of read stuff and see where I can get it to go. So I have a longer list I haven't fully narrowed down because I'm just going to let chaos reign a little bit. So let's jump into prompts really quick though. We have Country and Folk, which is Jake as the captain, which includes The Weight of the Band, a book that would take a load off your TBR bookshelves. Fun prompt. Heart of Gold by Neil Young, a book with a character who's searching for something. You're Still the One by Shania Twain, reread a favorite. Heave Away by The Fables, a book with a nautical theme that's set on a boat or a ship. Canadian Summer by Dean Brody, a book set at a cottage, lake house, or camp. So we have some interesting prompts this time around for two. Then, of course, the best team is my Team Rock. We have Taking Care of Business by BTO, book set in a workplace. Spirit of the Radio by Rush, a book whose description includes your favorite buzzwords. Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams, a book set during the summer. Ahead by a Century by the Tragically Hip, the most Canadian band of all time, possibly. A book ahead of its time or set in the future. And Riot by 3 Days Grace, a book featuring an injustice or revolution. Then we have Pop, which has some really fun ones too. This is Nala as the Captain. Sunglasses at Night by Corey Hart, a book featuring a shady character. Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone by Glass Tiger, a book by an author who has passed away. Then we have It's All Coming Back to Me Now by Celine Dion, a book set during your formative or childhood years. Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne, read a book you've put on a past TBR. And said see you later too, Mercy by Shawn Mendes, you're at the mercy of dice roll to determine your next read. And then finally, we have the fourth one, which is Ian, of course, rounding it out, which is Dance Electronic, which includes Crab Bucket by KO5, a book about a character who feels stuck. Ghosts and Stuff by Deadmau5. I thought that was Deadmau5 for way too long, I'll note here. A book about a character who is haunted, emotionally or literally. Started from the Bottom by Drake, a popular author's debut novel. Starboy by The Weeknd, a book about someone wealthy or famous. And Greedy by Tate McRae, a book that features one of the 7 deadly sins. So there you have it. We have a really interesting set of prompts, and that's where I might have to check. Some of those are going to be slightly harder to find things for in my normal kind of fantasy reads, but I have a pretty wide selection of stuff overall that we are going to talk through. So first off, I have returned to the pile of possibilities, which is where I just kind of select a pile and then I'll pick stuff randomly, or my patrons can vote on there as well. And so the 2 picks that I have for that I need to get to are The Body Snatchers by Jack Finney, which is a kind of sci-fi classic. Never read. I know there's been lots of different types of adaptations for that as well. And then Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher, because this is the T. Kingfisher book I physically own that I've had for a long time and need to just eventually try. I've still yet to try that author. So those ones I have on the list that I will be working to get through. Both ended up actually quite nice and short, so that should work pretty well to try and fit through at some point. And then I am planning to continue with the Vlad Tautosh novels by Stephen Bruce. These have become a readathon staple for me because they're very entertaining. They're very quick to get through as well, and I've had a fun time. So the next few ones I have are Orca, which is still in the Book of Athyra, and then I have Dragon and Isola, which are in the Book of Dragon. These are the last 2 bind-ups I have. There are more after this, so I'll have to check too if the bind-ups continued, because I really like these ones that have a couple of mints, since they are shorter. It's worked out well, so having a great time with those. Then we have Elric, because the first several stories here are long enough to count for Readathon, but also are quite short. And again, I've needed to try Elric for a really long time. I have 4 hardcovers that are in the Elric saga at this point, including the first 3 volumes and then one that's a bonus one. So the first few stories of this are The Fortress of the Pearl, The Sailor on the Seas of Fate, The Weird of the White Wolf. So all maybe of those we'll be trying to get to as well. And then another one that I've been wanting to get to is, this is my copy of Aerithel's Saga. So this has the Dreamstone in it and the Tree of Swords and Jewels. I put these out because both of them have super cool covers. I have this combo version that I don't have a cover for. I bought it like this randomly. And so those are also, it's a duology, and they're quite short and ones I've been wanting to get to for a long time. So definitely put that on here. And that is definitely an option as well here too. One I will be reading that's not short, unfortunately, but I'm excited for, is The Priestess of the White by Trudy Canavan. This is the first in the Age of 5, and this is our backlist book club pick for July. We had been doing so well with picking short ones for Readathon months, but I think neglected July, because July I wasn't 100% sure if there's going to be a Readathon or not, so... this is a longer book, but I'm very excited because Trudy Canavan is an author who's been on my list for a long time, and I don't have a physical copy of this one yet, but I am planning to get one very, very soon, hopefully, so that one is there as well. And then once I'm not 100% sure on, but I've been slowly working my way through over the last couple of readathons. I did the first 2, is continuing with Hitchhiker's Guide, the series. So I have Life, the Universe, and Everything, So Long, and Thanks for All the Fish, and Mostly Harmless are the 3 that I still need to get to. Now, I used to have a physical bind-up of these. It was the old Barnes & Noble edition. I did unhaul it because I had just... never seemed to really get to them, but I've been slowly working my way through because I've never actually finished the series before, so I still plan to, and so I had been switching to doing digital for these ones, so we'll see where I end up, but those are ones that, again, I've had on my list for a long time, and I might just end up trying. And then I put a bunch of really random stuff on here, so we'll talk about some random stuff that I just don't know if I'll get to, but I'm putting on here, including The Art Thief by Michael Finkel, because this is a book that's both short and is supposed to be just like amazing, and I've never actually gotten to, so I put it there. And then a couple of books that are random picks that I didn't end up getting to in previous readathons that are my library had that are just quite short, including Held by Anne Michaels, which is a sort of like war historical drama type of thing that starts around World War I that looked kind of interesting, and if I'm feeling something totally different. Brighter Than Scales, Swifter Than Flame by Neon Gang, which is supposed to be some sort of like interesting, unique Asian-inspired type of story. I don't know a ton about again. This was at one point I'd looked randomly for short books at my library like I think a year ago, and I added a bunch to a list. And then we have What Moves the Dead, which I know this one's supposed to be sort of like a Edgar Allan Poe retelling type of thing. I did try this one time and wasn't feeling it, but I'm still planning to try, although I don't know if I'll get to this since I have another T. Kingfisher novel on here already as well. And then I Am Legend. I've actually never read I Am Legend for some reason. I've seen the one movie, but so I decided to throw this one on there as well, just to see, because again, I figured why not if I'm in the mood for something different. I am planning to continue on also potentially with more Penric novellas. I've been going through the Penric novellas. Most of them are long enough. So the next ones I have here are Mira's Last Dance, and then I think that one's in here, but I don't think the other ones are. There is another bind-up I don't have yet. Oh, so Mira's Last Dance and The Prisoner of Limnos are both in here. I've already read Penric's Mission. And then there is the next ones after that are Testimony of Mute Things and Masquerade in Lodi. So I don't have those ones physically yet, but those are others that I have on the list. And then finally, I'm very jealous of, I've seen some physical copies floating around, people who got advanced copies of the new Nightmare Land omnibus by Daniel Barnett, but I thought this might be a good time to do a reread of this series, because this is a series that just, I don't really read horror, and this one just worked for me. And I haven't read it, and it's been quite a while at this point. So the first, I think the first 2 books are not actually long enough, or a couple of them anyway. The first 2 aren't long enough to count for prompts, so I'd have to read those and not have them count. But then there are 4 of the 6 are long enough to count. And so I'd be able to just like read the whole thing and then have 4 count. And only the last one is longer. Most of them aren't, but they're very quick reading. So I'm debating on this because I have obviously my original physical copies, but I did also get an eARC on NetGalley of the this new one, which includes illustrations. So I thought that'd be a good excuse to go through again. So might throw that in there as well. So there's like 4 in there that'll help. So that's almost 30 books that I have as maybes. As always, I might end up picking some other type of stuff too, and I've not really done a lot of figuring out where these things are going to land prompt-wise yet. So that's also where I'll have to figure out. But I wanted to throw in a whole bunch of fun random type of stuff and see where it shakes out. And I might make a more formal list to be like, these are different options for these prompts and just see where I end up. But I'm going to have fun keeping it a little bit more random this time and trying to get through. And that's pretty much it because it's been too long since one of my teams has won. At least Jake didn't win the last round. That was really a win for all of us, but we need to come in and win. I feel like it's meant to be Team Rock, right where we want to be. So hope to have you on my team and to destroy the competition brutally if possible would be good, but we'll see from there. But that's it for this one. So hope to see you on the readathon. Let me know if you've got some great recommendations of shorter books as well that you're planning to do or try to find in for prompts as well. And otherwise, make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check the links in the description, as always, for the Patreon. And, of course, for Jake's Discord if you want to join there. And the Wizardly Enclave Discord if you want to chat there as well about books, any of these books, other books, really anything at all. It's a lot of fun. We'd love to have you. And, of course, if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe.